Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will talk about how we can use PanGestureHandler from React Native gesture handler to allow the user to drag the video slide panel to minimize or maximize the video panel. I have already created a boilerplate to jumpstart the project. Let's go through the structure of the boilerplate first. This is the app.tsx, and as you can see, we use React navigation. To be specific, we use React navigation bottom tab bar navigation for the application. So the bottom tab bar contains two screens. One is the home screen and the other is the explore screen. And we have the home component for the home screen and the explore component for the explorer screen. And also you will notice that we use a custom bottom tab bar here. And I will talk about why we need to use a custom bottom tab bar later in the series. So this is the home component for the home screen. So you can see it contains the video slide component, which contains the video and the video content. And this is a mini player controls. Unfortunately, we can't see it in this moment because now the video panel is maximized and it was hidden behind the video in this moment. And we also have the video info. It is the video information section, which is below the video section. And this is a video slide which contains the video, the mini player controls, as well as the video information section. Okay, let's start using the PanGestureHandler to make the video panel draggable. Okay, this is the video slide component. So the first thing, I think we need to import PanGestureHandler from React Native gesture handler. Okay, it's been created, and because we want to make the entire video slide draggable, so we wrap the whole video slide component with PanGestureHandler. Gesture handler, okay. And here we also want to track the state as well as some position information of the gesture. So we use two props. One is on gesture event, and we want to handle it by using a handler function called the gesture event. And we're going to create it later. And this is on handler state change. So with this, we're able to track the state of the gesture. So it can be began and cancel. Okay, now we're going to create the handler function for the event, gesture event, and we use the event from React Reanimated, and here we get a native event. So the first thing we want to track is translation Y. And the other is state. Okay, now we're going to create two animated value to store the translation Y and the state of the gesture. Okay, we're going to do it at the top of the component. Yes, I have moved this outside of the component. I need to move this in. And then at the top, we create two constants. One is translation Y. And here we use ref to cache the value. Otherwise, when the component is re-rendered, the value will be reset. Use ref, and date will be a reanimated value, and it's a number. New, and we give it the initial value 0. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I haven't imported from React Native Reanimated. So I'm going to import it now. Value React Native Reanimated. And we also import event. Why? And here we also need to import ref from React. So I think now, okay, cool. Now we can use that. And current. And we also need to have the state, so I will call it gesture state. So it will store the state of the pen gesture. Value, the state. Okay, I have to import a state from Reanimated gesture handler. React Native gesture handler. New value state. give it. Okay, let me import it first. Okay. So initial value will be undetermined. Okay, so here, gesture handler. Okay, that's awesome. Why? Do you mean translation Y? Okay, sorry, I made a typo here. Okay, sounds good. Also, I think it's better to turn the video off. Sure. I had a state change. What happened? Sorry, I made another typo here. Handler. This should be fine. Okay. Okay, because here we want to animate the translation Y of the video slide panel, right? And its default value is 0. So here, right, it is at its top boundary, and at this point, the translation Y of the view is 0, and we want to drag it down. So when it reaches its bottom boundary, and the translation Y needs to be the screen height minus status bar height minus the bottom tab bar height minus the height of the minimized video panel, right? Okay, and also here we its translation Y should have mean value as well as maximum value. The mean value is the 0, and maximum value is the value we just talked about. So here we're going to set the translation Y here, so we can animate it. But the first thing we need to do is to change the view into an animated view. Animated view. And we need to import it from React Native Animated. And always need to set the translation, transform, translate Y. Okay. In order to do that, we need to do things like this: transform, and we only use translate y transform. So here I need translation y. Okay, let's see. Okay, you can see now we can drag it, right? Yeah, but as you can see here, so now we have two problems. So we drag it and then release the pen gesture, and then we drag it again. You see, it starts from the top boundary of the video panel. Yeah, the reason why is that we didn't save the offset of the gesture, so basically it doesn't keep the position of last gesture. So every time we start a new gesture, the initial translation y will become 0 again, so it will start from the top boundary again. So in order to solve this problem, we need to save its last position. In order to do this, we will create a helper function called with offset. So in this helper function, we'll keep track of the position of the video slide when the gesture finishes. So it accepts three arguments. One is the translation y, and it's of type value, animated value. The second is offset. It is also an animated value, and the third is gesture state. It's not an animated value. Okay. And here it returns a node. Okay, reanimated animation node block. So here we do a condition check in React Native Reanimated. So here if the gesture ends, so because we use gesture state to compare the gesture state to check if it is end, check if the gesture has ended. If the gesture ended, we set the offset. So basically here we need to set it offset to be the previous offset plus the current translation y. Okay, that, and we send back the new offset. and the value will be used for next gesture. And if the gesture doesn't end, we just simply send back the offset plus translation y. Okay, I'm going to import cont from native reanimated. So here the equal. Okay, do we have set? Okay, set and import add. That's good. What's the problem? Yeah, I think I missed the closing bracket. Okay, cool. And with offset will be used in the use code hook. And because now we are not just simply using translation Y to animate the view, so we're going to create another animated value to store the animation value we need to use to animate the translate Y of the video panel. So let's call it view trans Y. Use ref value number new value 0. Current. And here we need to we're going to use the use code hook from React Native Reanimated to update the view trans Y. Every time when translation Y or offset or gesture state changes. So its syntax is here, and we run several nodes here, and also here we provide the dependencies for the use code hook. So here translation Y, offset, gesture state. Okay, yeah, so we haven't created the value to store the value of offset. Offset, close use ref, value, and give it initial value 0. Okay. So const. So here we're going to set the value of view trans Y. So here view trans Y, and its value will be with offset, and then we'll provide the translation Y, offset, and the gesture state. Right? Okay, looks like there is something wrong. I think it's the closing bracket. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's check how it goes. Okay, I release the gesture. What happened? I suppose I have to reload the app. Okay. Oh, still silly me. I haven't updated the value, the animation value we need to use here. So it's view transy. Okay, let's see. Right now, the app keeps track of the position of last gesture, right? Okay, so there's one more issue to fix. So you can see now the video panel can go above the top boundary and go below the bottom boundary. So in order to fix this, I think it's pretty straightforward. We just need to set a minimum value and a maximum value for the view transy. In order to do this, I'm going to use a helper function from the React Native read dash library, and the method we're going to use a clamp. So what it does is to set a minimum value of and the maximum value of animated value. Okay, React Native read dash. Okay, I think I have to. Okay, let's install the React Native read dash package. Add React Native read dash, and we use a specific version here. Okay, once it's installed, we go to clamp the translate by value, clamp, and the first argument is the animated node, and the second one is the minimum value, which is 0, and the maximum value is the window height minus status bar height minus bottom tab bar height minus minimized player height. Okay, cool, let's see. Okay, now we can see we can't go above the top boundary, and we can't go below the bottom boundary either. Okay, we have finished the task in this video. So in the next video, we're going to finish the feature where when the video slide panel has not reached its top boundary or the bottom boundary, it will snap to it in a very smooth spring animation. Please subscribe to the channel so you will get notified for the next video. See you then. Bye.